from where they're from. So something that is a lot of evidence out there on, but not something you really have to practice until the day of. Excited to see what might be brought forward here. Probably going to be a lot more quick attack stuff here too, especially when there's no block wall in line.
Yeah.
Just got to try to get in front of Steve.
Ooh, immediately starting off with a really quick 47%. The thing that we're going to see from RaymondNoodles here that other players aren't really struggling with is that we're going to be able to kill Pikachu very quickly.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, those blocks are going to be really potent against that quick attack, not the best recovery option against that move. And also just how light you are, how many spammable moves Steve has is going to be hard. And MikeLew's just having a hard time really getting in, but even as I say that, able to open him up real quick.
Also, too, like, block wall, when it is, on the field, would be really good to deal with those T-jolts. That was something that MikeLew used in spades. Sure, they do dance around that wall a lot, but just, giving you so much time to react to it. RaymondNoodles will have to do so in the future.
Staying in the minecart, I always like seeing Steve stay in minecart when they, when they would usually just jump out immediately.
Right.
It's always just it's a jump scare.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's a jump scare because you expect, they're gonna jump out of the minecart and I'm gonna, but no, we're gonna just full power, just straight send it at you.
Diamonds online already here. Sub 100% diamonds is always a pretty, decent check mark to see how we're kind of doing here on the resource gathering. Going to be a weird one to get back from. Elytra will not do enough to get you back. MikeLew taking a great offstage trade.
Yeah, and that was such a good position for MikeLew as well because Raymond didn't have time. Right? Unable to get those minecarts to kind of stall out on the bottom blast zone there. So really good for MikeLew. Really good timing for him.
Ooh, up air going to get us out of the animation on the anvil drop there too. So MikeLew flying by the seat of his pants, but alive for it.
These block walls are not as good into this matchup as you might think. That T-jolt just climbing straight past him, applying a lot of passive pressure against him.
Yeah, not something I'd really take into account with this matchup, but especially the way the block wall interacts with platforms as minecart takes the stock right there. It can set up a really weird bouncing trajectory there too, where you almost have nowhere to go on Steve or on Enderman.
Get that down throw to the forward air. Can we find another stock for MikeLew here? A really aggressive, not aggressive, but really safe way to land here against RaymondNoodles as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. As the T-jolt comes online to that block, it just bounces over the stage and just kind of puts you in a really bad situation where if you try to walk away, the T-jolt's already there on the other side of the platform.
And there are a couple of setups that Steve can build, but they're inconsistent.
Yeah.
Right? They require Pikachu to T-jolt in a very specific angle for it to kind of get caught on itself. So it's just really hard to deal with. Steve doesn't have the best options outside of that. But I mean, hey, that minecart is putting in crazy work right now.
Yeah, and especially if you're doing block setups like that too, it is so difficult. Wow, what a knockdown on the anvil. It's like you don't do the passive-minded wall. You have to actively think about the way you're placing your blocks, which just, more overload on what the Steve players have to think about.
I'm going to be very honest with you, right? I'm surprised MikeLew did not die.
Right. That was ridiculous. Not shocked he died there.
Yeah, no, not at all. If you see Steve place a block there and you're within grab distance, that's kind of on you.
You already lost.
But, I mean, that setup specifically is kind of really hard to plan for, right? It's a known thing. So, but it's rare, right? It's hard to set up. So, good on MikeLew for not panicking and holding up or something like that, right? Because that's where a lot of people fall into it.
Ooh, big coverage over there too. RaymondNoodles smart to get off of that platform because MikeLew was sharking underneath so heavily. Oh, big knockdown here too. Knocking off on the second forward air for it too. That would have led to an amazing string. It's crazy. Both these characters move so fast. Their zone break options, obviously you're able to move so quickly on Pikachu, and then Steve trying to walk forward with all these aggressive options.
Yeah, and just such a terrifying walk.
Yeah.
When it comes to Steve, but then Pikachu able to apply so much pressure so far away. Just really, it turns his game into almost a game of chicken. Just who's gonna make the first move.
Diamond online once again, trying to bait MikeLew in. You saw the crafting cancel, trying to use the already really good gold we had online and bait MikeLew in with the craft. Back air going to take it. RaymondNoodles using all that rage and all that knockback. take game one.
With how light, Pikachu is, I'm not shocked by that back air.
not at
Just
all.
an unfortunate kind of catch there because Raymond had been spamming that back air in that corner, or that up air in that corner, right? Kind of daring Mike to, press a little bit too aggressively. And unfortunately for him, he did take the bait.
I feel like it's quite obvious as the viewer sitting here, the player, completely different story. When RaymondNoodles has you in kill percent, like the mood shifts immediately there too, where we are going to sit under this platform to find a fish for an up tilt. We are going to let our kill options fly.
Okay, I like this actually. I like this a lot. It gives you a little bit more room to breathe. I mean, not that, small isn't room to breathe, right? It's still a rather large stage. But the important thing here is that, you command so much presence in T-Drift, right? You don't have those side platforms that will kind of break up the momentum for you a little bit. Really, that top platform, if that T-Drift is at the bottom or on top of it, you're controlling so much space.
Yeah, I know. You kind of control lanes here, too. You can kind of pick if you want to control the upward or you want to control the downward. Back air, not going to take it. RaymondNoodles kissing that blast zone on the right side. Forward air, once again, will that do it on the remix? No, still alive.
Yeah, unfortunately, Pikachu just, no stranger to these top percents, right? Unable to find the kill, unfortunately, for MikeLew. And Raymond is taking full advantage of that right now.
Ooh, Dragdown waiting for the shield to come up. I thought it might have been another option, but the Thunder works perfectly enough.
Yeah, fantastic stuff coming out from MikeLew there. Just real confidence in that advantage state there.
No pickup there, too. Quick attack going to go straight over the up tilt coverage. MikeLew completely opting to get away from the situation.
And we saw it just right there, like as I had mentioned that, the double block, the blocking of the gap between
the window
catching,
setup, if you will.
Yeah, catching the T-Jump, that's not something that you can set up really consistently, right?
Right.
That is going to be, that's hard to set up. Okay. I knew the anvil was going to kill there. Okay, that's not what shocked me. What shocked me was that it killed from the other side. But I mean, Raymond not stopping at all. Keeping his foot on the pedal to the metal here, attacking on 66, 78%. But now we're going to retreat, right? And this is what I was talking about, talking to you before, right? We see Raymond has no mats.
Yeah.
Right? He has nothing to really do much with. So now MikeLew really needs to start applying pressure, right? You can't allow Raymond to get into the corner here to allow himself to, gain more materials.
Diamond's used to refresh the tools, and as you said, Excelsior, having to use the iron blocks, having to use the stone blocks to set up these walls here. Definitely not the defensive way we'd like to be using this stuff. We want to have our minecarts ready. We want to have our empowered rails ready.
Yeah, and the other thing that's very important as well is that you can see that RaymondNoodles clearly recognizes this as well, right? He recognizes he's out of resources. He doesn't have a lot of time to mine when playing against Pikachu, and so he's really, really swinging for the fences here, and MikeLew is taking full advantage of it every single time.
Really good recovery there coming in from RaymondNoodles. Really good drift in and out to avoid all of that nonsense. Not going to let a Thunder fly. I thought MikeLew tried to take it off the top with that one. Bad air dodge low there. Elytra will not get you back, and Raymond realized that.
Yeah, and now we have no Diamond on deck. That down air isn't going to kill either. Really good DI coming out from MikeLew. But, ooh, that back air is going to seal the stock out for RaymondNoodles as he puts himself on the board yet again.
Not a lot of materials to work with to build these walls here, but so many blocks of iron to work with. We have iron tools. We have minecarts galore to close out this one. 60% already added. Just got back onto the stage. My goodness.
I really want to see a lot more pressure coming out from MikeLew here. I know it's kind of hard. You've got an anvil crashing down on top of you, but now is the perfect time, right? We have no iron. We have no blocks. Can we find something? Raymond's able to find a spike and force MikeLew into a really awkward position for recovery.
That was a really weird situation as well. There we have one minecart. MikeLew, what a read on the recovery. Unbelievable. And you see the smirk on MikeLew's face there,
yeah, he was saving that. He was ready for that. Yeah, and that's where you really capitalize so hard is when Steve, has to throw out that last minecart, has to throw out that last block, doesn't have anything to use in order to get into, kind of separate himself from you.
Yeah, that was unbelievable. Like the ebbs and flows, the highs and lows of that final stock there too. You have like Raymond respawning with like 4 iron blocks and able to mine up so much more after taking the second to last from MikeLew and losing that iron. You see MikeLew go on the offensive. That was awesome.
Yeah, fantastic stuff from MikeLew. MikeLew. And now we're going to switch to the FP pick. I don't know how I feel about this.
Yeah, this is weird. This is a weird one
this
to
is a
pick
weird
on
one.
Steve.
And it's not even that I think this is necessarily a bad stage for Steve, right? You know, I do think that this Steve has its merits, but unfortunately, you don't have a lot of room to run away. You don't have those platforms anymore, right? Those side platforms are very important against in this matchup to get away from those T-joints, right? To kind of dissipate them a little bit.
Ooh, just these quick attacks, so oppressive here too. T-jolt away, not going to want to get hit by the the TNT or the minecart coming forward here too. Something else to kind of note here. Not going to have to worry about breaking tools on the material gathering. Going to be mining with shovel here, which is something you really don't see in many other stages.
Yeah, in any other stages really.
Yeah.
It does help a lot because it saves you a lot of durability on like that back air and stuff like that. But it does come at the risk of you don't have platforms, so you're not you're not able to kind of sharpen our platforms with up airs.
Right.
You don't have any kind of combo extensions or anything like that off of them, and you also don't get a lot of your ledge traps, really good ledge traps off of them either. So it is kind of a boon in both options, but I'm not sure how I feel about Raymond using a lot of his materials very early on in this set or in the game.
Down smash going to send the proper direction to that right side, perfectly placed. It feels like MikeLew every time we let the down smash rip, we are positioned perfectly because it is a little tricky, but nothing tricky about that minecart coming in to take the stock. RaymondNoodles evens it up.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what the game plan is from RaymondNoodles here. We're seeing a lot of jump aways, right? Are kind of sitting going to the other side of the stage and kind of going off stage a little bit, right, to see if he can kind of bait MikeLew. But the question is into what? Because every single time he's done that, he's then had to minecart back to center stage, use all of his materials to actually get there, and MikeLew's been able to absolutely pick him apart for it.
Drift away really good. RaymondNoodles trying to catch any sort of approach from MikeLew off of the anvil drop. It just seems like Raymond also kind of lets these materials fly constantly. There is really no reservoir we have when it comes to these materials. Like once we have it, it seems to be just immediately out of the lineup.
The resource management is just not really great in this set right now, and MikeLew's taking full advantage of it. That is a huge part of playing Steve, is that resource management.
Yeah. Can you on the fly decide when you want to use your iron, when you want to save these options, take your hits as they come? Diamond shovel offline here too, so the mine is going to be a little bit slower. My goodness, stuck between the walls.
And I really like MikeLew there doing the double back on that jump, recognizing that RaymondNoodle is loving these down airs in really awkward positions. So kind of fading back, allowing himself to find a little bit of a stock, or not a stock, but a little bit of something.
Down smash once again sends perfectly. MikeLew again, surgical precision on these drag down combos.
See it again. He's just really dumping a lot of mats in situations where I don't think he has to.
Oh my gosh, MikeLew going for the double dip on the down air is not going to take it. Another smirk painted across the face of this Pikachu player.
Yeah, and he's okay with it, right? He's chilling with it. It's like, I'm up a full stock, and you can tell how confident he is against RaymondNoodles because RaymondNoodles is just constantly being forced to throw out really bad options over and over and over again.
Yeah, and the willingness we're seeing from MikeLew to kind of deal with this block wall is just so serious because it forces Raymond, because it's just constantly being pushed back in the corner, constantly putting up 3, 4, 5 more blocks for the pressure.
Ooh, I don't know if you saw that, but there was a T-jolt coming off the block there, and then also one on the ground, putting RaymondNoodles in a really tough, really between a rock and a hard place there, and then able to catch it with the dash attack with MikeLew, and just a lot of pressure here. Raymond is just unable to get any sort of footing.
Oh, waiting for the shield drop. Will this poke through shield here too? No, great tech off the block. MikeLew smart on the option choice, realizing we had the backboard to rely on.
Yeah, you see right now RaymondNoodles kind of running away and then turn around shielding at MikeLew, daring him to go for a dash attack so he can get that up smash. Like that right there, he was able to secure the game. Just a kind of a blunder on MikeLew's part because, like I said, RaymondNoodles was baiting him to do it.
Yeah. It was unbelievable. I mean, MikeLew kind of, in retrospect, throwing that game by the wayside, trying to get really stylish off that left side of the stage to close it out. Not going to happen, though. RaymondNoodles still very much alive in this set with a game lead.
Taking it back to Hollow. I don't mind that, right? We went on the stage before and did a really good job kind of playing the 1,000 cuts thing, right?
Yeah.
That chip damage that Pikachu is so good at. Just kind of whittling away each and every single time until finally we were able to capitalize on that lack of resources on that mechanic. on that fear that RaymondNoodles is showing.
Yeah, it's crazy. Raymond is just like, I don't want to say it's like anxious to move, wants to always be moving back, moving forth, and having a wall in front. It's sometimes you got to like bait your opponent or bet that your opponent will not approach you while you're getting these materials. I know it's super hard against Pikachu because that T-Jolt can be such an overwhelming option.
But we're seeing a little bit of something there. I do like the short hop minecarts, right, to get over these T-Jolts, but you only have so many of those, right? You can only do that so often. And so once MikeLew kind of finds his way in, you know, it's going to be hard for you to get a lot of this.
Quick tech back will be okay. Building I don't know, a sky pillar, I suppose, here on the left side of the stage. But again, it is so tough. As soon as it seems like Raymond gets it, it's just being spent. This money is burning a hole in his pocket.
Yeah, and that was an unfortunate position to be in as well. You're holding shield on the anvil, and you have a forward air on it on the shield as well. So the second that anvil is gone, you're just getting hit by Pikachu.
Back air across the stage here to damn near even percents as these T-Jolts kind of hover above these platforms. Drag down, no. The T-Jolt was there too, and MikeLew realized it was going to hit.
And we're seeing Raymond kind of go for these short hop, these down airs, right?
Yeah.
Looks like he's trying to go for the footstools. Can't really tell too much if I'm seeing like a second jump come out. But if he starts hitting those, that's going to be really dangerous for MikeLew, because it doesn't matter where you are on his shield. If you're within range, that's your stop.
Yeah. Dash attack again, rogue option coming from MikeLew. Not going to drop the stock for it this time. Up throw, no coverage on Thunder, too high a percent.
Yeah, really like that up air on the platform to kind of get a little bit going here into the able to poke with shield able to shield poke with the back air. Good stuff from MikeLew, and I love the way that he's dancing around Raymond here. That up is not going to kill him. Not on
yeah, fantastic grab, max range grab coming in from Raymond as dash attack is able to take it. Minecart again, wanting to get out of this corner. Great knockdown here too. What projectiles will we have to deal with? Another T-Jolt coming through. Up throw will take it.
Good stuff to MikeLew, able to find that kill, because you do not want to let Steve start snowballing.
Yeah.
That is where he makes a lot of that money. And good on MikeLew for not allowing RaymondNoodles to actually snowball into a victory.
Yeah, I think it's been the one main thing, is we've seen MikeLew just staying on top of RaymondNoodles. No matter if even it's a bad trade, you know, on paper, if the percent doesn't make too much sense, if we're able to avoid everything.
Yeah. But right now, I mean, this is where you need to be applying a lot of pressure, right? RaymondNoodles only has one iron, and the other thing that is tough about this stage is that you're getting both iron and stone mining areas, right?
Right.
So that pickaxe is breaking a lot sooner, and you're not getting a whole lot, and it's, you know, a lot slower as well. So you can force a lot of the issue here, but I mean, we're seeing a lot of these down airs, a lot of these minecarts, a lot of these back airs coming out from RaymondNoodles. Just anything to keep Pikachu off of it.
Ooh, no iron on as well too. RaymondNoodles had a beautiful opportunity above MikeLew to drop a down air, but nevertheless swinging for the fences on that one. And Diamond Tools online, only 57% on this second stock. This could start to be the thing that closes the door on MikeLew's life.
Yeah, there is that snowball effect that I had just been talking about, right? Just it was able to take one stock very, very convincingly, and now we're going to have to find something. We are able to get that down smash. Really good that coming out from RaymondNoodles, put that forward air immediately. MikeLew ready for it.
Yeah, forward air also destroying the block there as well, too. Very interesting. Air dodge coming in from Raymond. Still a pulse in the heart of MikeLew here, too. And it seems like the crowd wants it to happen as well. Baiting out the jump there, too. A lot of people would jump over and try to punish that up smash, too, but the time it would take you to do that is just punishable.
And I also like throwing out that minecart right there as well, and immediately dropping a down air, because now that down air has to break the minecart first before it's allowed to grab, allowed to land. So you're able to extend the hitbox on that as well. It's just really scary because, you know, one bad move from MikeLew is just the end of the game.
T-Jolt again here too. Only wood tools here. Can we, not going to really opt to go to that crafting table until we get this wall up. Not even anything to mine with. We have diamond in hand, but will it even have time to rear its head? It will.
Now you're dying a lot earlier as well, but MikeLew, for his credit, snuffing out that minecart with that back air. Really good stuff. I love the stall with the Thunder as well. Can we apply more pressure onto RaymondNoodles here? That's what's really important. You got to apply pressure, because now he's just swinging for the fences since he has no other options.
3 iron online here as well, too, trying to build up this wall. But for what reason? Like, this is just going to get T-jolted over down smash. Could that be what the game sealer is? It will be the down smash betting everything. And RaymondNoodles able to handle it one last time in a forward smash against that backboard. It'll be the last we see of MikeLew in this bracket.
Yeah, really, really solid performance. I do like the way